Hello everybody, it's Adam here at Sublimation Supplies. Here we are on YouTube again. So what we're going to do today is we are going to look at the acrylic blanks. So these come in various different shapes. One side's got a sublimation coating on it and the other side is clear acrylic. So the first thing you're going to need is your sublimation print. So I printed this one on the Epson F100. Key thing to remember when you're doing these blanks is that you don't mirror your design. I know it's a bit counterintuitive when you're doing sub, but don't mirror your design, because what's going to happen is you're going to press it onto the back of the blank. The side you look at is that side, so it actually comes through the front of the acrylic. Okay, so we've got the print there. We've obviously got the little acrylic circle, and we've got some heat tape. You're also going to need a heat press. We're going to use a little A4 hobby press in this video. But yeah, that's all you need. So what the first thing we're going to do is we're going to tape this blank to this transfer. So I'll bring you over here and we'll get down and we'll have a look at that. Right, so we've got our transfer and our acrylic blank on the bench. And what we're going to do first is we're going to take the release liner off the acrylic. So you'll see sometimes when they turn up, they may be a little bit afraid, they may have a little bit of glue still on the back. That's normal, it's part of the manufacturing process, and obviously all of that will come off when we take this protective liner off. And what you end up with is a nice clear acrylic round blank. Now these are great to line up because, as I say, what I have done is I have printed the design slightly bigger than the blank itself. Again, just for a visual reference, but good thing about these acrylics is, knock a bit of the dust off. When you put them on, you can actually see through the blank itself. So getting these lined up is really nice and easy. There we go. So that's on there, and all we need to do now is just stick a couple of bits of tape on very, very gently. I tend to just tape the edges of these, just in case it does leave behind any slight marks. They won't be visible in the final product. And that's it, that's taped up and ready to go in the press. Alright, so we've got the design taped to our acrylic. We now need to set our press time and temp to make the transfer happen. So if we just pull that down out of the way, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to set the temperature on this press to 185, like that. And we're going to want to set the time this wants to be in for 80 seconds. Okay, so the press is up to temperature now. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our blank. And what I want to do is I'm going to put that on the heat platen face up. If you're just doing one item, it's always worth putting it right in the middle of the heat platen. You get the most reliable heat on any press in the middle of the heat platen, but it's especially important for these little hobby presses. Then I'm going to put a release liner over the top. All that's going to do there is stop any ink coming back onto our heat platen from the transfer, which means it won't then transfer onto the next object and the next object. Okay, once that's in the middle, we're just going to close that down. We've got quite a firm pressure on these blanks. Then we're going to let that tick down and see what we get at the end. Okay, there we go. Press is done. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to gently lift the platen. So again, you want to be quite gentle when you lift your platen, or as gentle as possible, just because it will stop the print bouncing and causing blurring on your print. Take your release liner off, and then we're going to pull the transfer. So you can see the acrylic there. Pull the acrylic off the transfer like that. Now these come out, they are very soft when they come out because it is acrylic and the acrylic's been heated. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take that, we're going to put it on the bench, we're going to put a little bit of weight on it just so that it cools flat. Alright, there we go. That is how straightforward it is to make one of these acrylic decorations, even if you're using a kind of hobbyist sort of end setup like I've got here in front of me. So going forward, all of the things that I've used in this video are actually available on our website. If you check the links in the description below, you'll be able to find those on there. And stick with the channel because we've got loads more tutorials coming up in the future just to help you guys get the best out of your blanks and the equipment that we provide.